Welcome to Dingers and Dashers. My name is Josh alongside my co-host Adam. It's a great day to talk about hockey and baseball. That's right, we're back doing one big episode this week. Let's get right into it. Adam, Olympics are here, but first we can't ignore it. The Caps have started to figure it out a little bit going to the break, winning 4 of their last 5. Adam, where do we stand in terms of our playoffs? I know we're a couple points out of the wild card right now, but how are we feeling?
Yeah, we were getting a little bit worried. I know me and Josh, we talked about it on multiple episodes. The Capitals for weeks were just deflating. I mean, they were losing game after game, going on these going on these road streaks and losing, and it was they were falling. They were really falling in the standings.
Yeah.
The playoffs hopes were just dropping and dropping and dropping. Me and Josh, our our confidence meter was dropping and dropping and dropping, and our confidence meter for the Capitals is always very high and
Very high.
higher than a lot of Capitals fans would say. Um, so they were not at a good point, but these 4 of the last 5 games, and we see PLD back, Logan Thompson back. Josh, I'm starting to feel it again, man. They looked really great in those last 5 games, and even in that one loss, I thought we played very well in that game. I thought we were right in there the entire way, just didn't get a couple bounces to go our way. But yeah, we've looked really good in those last 5 games, and we're finding ourselves right where we want to be going into the break.
Absolutely. I wouldn't say right where we want to be, but
Yeah, obviously not. Yeah.
based on how the season had been going, I think that where the Caps are right now, they have to be happy with. And sure, they've played 59 out of the 82 games. They played the most games among anyone in the NHL. And that in itself is a little bit concerning. Other teams have more opportunities to earn points than the Caps do, and the Caps aren't in a playoff spot. But they're only 4 points out. And based on what we've been seeing, and the Caps team, this is a streaky team. And so when things trend one way, they tend to trend to an extreme amount. Caps winning 4 of their last 5, looking good in the games. It's not just puck luck that's winning these games. They're looking good in these games. Great goaltending, great atmosphere, great team dynamic. Adam and I were actually there on this past Thursday, to watch the Predators fall to the Caps. So the game was scary close for a second there in the third period. Um, it just looked like the whole bench was engaged. All the players were having fun, engaged, sticking up for each other. And that's exactly what Adam and I talked about 2 weeks ago on this podcast. Adam said it himself. He said, they just don't look like they're having fun. They have fun when they're not on the ice. They're a close team, but on the ice, they just don't look like they're having fun. And the Caps finally look like they're having some fun, and they've found some of that identity that they lost throughout December and January.
So right now the Capitals finding their momentum, finding that fun during the game. Is it a problem though that we're hitting the break, the Olympic break, right as the Capitals are starting to heat up?
I mean, yeah, because you look at some of the other teams. I got some stats here in front of me. Like Blue Jackets won 7 straight
Yeah,
going into the
I
break.
want to say, I mean,
Lightning.
that helps us right there because first of all, the Columbus Blue Jackets showed no signs of stopping in their streak right now. They've looked like not even just 7 games, but they've looked really, really good in this past little stretch for the Blue Jackets. They're finding themselves ahead of us right now, or right around with us. Yeah, a lot of the teams right now in the Metropolitan, the Islanders are looking good, the Penguins are looking good. All these teams are right around where we want to be. Um,
Yeah,
so
lots of
I think
streaks.
lots of streaks right now in the Metropolitan Division. So I think even though to answer my own question, even though the Capitals are kind of hitting the Olympic break right as we're getting hot, I think a lot of the other teams are doing the same. So it doesn't hurt us as much. And I think it'll give the Capitals some much needed rest, especially guys who are just coming back like PLD and Logan Thompson. Logan Thompson is going to play, but PLD some extra rest and some guys some extra rest as we
Well,
played a lot of games in the first half.
yeah, and a lot of back-to-back games at that. But to the point I was making, a lot of teams have gotten really streaky. The Caps had 4 of the last 5. Sure, if we kept playing, maybe the Caps would have gone on and they would have won 8 in a row. Maybe. But I think that the break serves is at a good time. And I think honestly, like, the only time the break came at a much needed time is if you're losing going into the break. The Caps went winning into the break. They showed what they can do. They found that newfound sense of energy and confidence. And now hockey is something larger than the NHL. Now hockey is happening on a world stage in the Olympics. So these players, Logan Thompson, Tom Wilson, Martin Ferravari, now they're going to play for something larger than the Caps, going to hone their skills, show off, make hockey fun again. You know, maybe things got a little bit stressful being a Cap, but now you're going and you're playing with the best players in the entire world representing your country. You play a little bit of hockey, you get back to DC, you got a good reset, team's ready to go, fueled up. So I don't think this break came at a bad time at all. I think the Caps honestly might benefit from, okay, we showed that we can win. Now we get out, we catch our breath, we get right back. We have 82 minus 59 games left in the season. Let's get after and win, right? I think that's 23 games.
Yeah, speaking of having fun on the Olympic stage, I saw the Team Canada when they landed in Milan. They took like a team photo, and the guy just looked happy, man. Tom Wilson, you could see him and Brad Marchand just like in the team picture, like right next to each other. Like they were smiling ear to ear, grinning. Logan Thompson in the back, like it looks fun. We're really happy for these guys, especially Martin Ferravari, who was just named alternate captain for Team Slovakia. So, congrats to him. I'm excited to see what he's
Yeah,
got, and
it's great to see him get that recognition too. You know, like even on the Caps, like if you think Capitals defenseman, you're thinking Jacob Chikrin, you're thinking John Carlson, you know, guys that are scoring goals. Like Chikrin's 20-goal season already, Spinorama's overtime goals, you know. You don't think
snubbed.
about guys, yeah, total snub from the
It's not
Olympics,
from
by the
both
way.
teams. From both teams, he could have made Canada or USA.
Yeah. He went 0 for 2 on those, but complete snub, complete snub. But either way, back to the point I was making, like Ferravari is not your flashy skater, not the guy who's going to go up and score 15 goals, 20 goals for you in a season. But it's unbelievable to see him get recognition because, you know, the Caps, we felt it last year in the playoffs. He went down with that knee injury right before the playoffs. Alex Alexiev fills in. That wasn't too good. You feel it when Ferravari is not in the lineup. He's blocking shots. He's laying out hits. He's putting his body on the line every night. And so to see a player like that get recognition and say, this is the biggest stage, the flashiest athletes, and your workhorse guy that you feel doesn't get any recognition is there. That's unbelievable to see.
Yeah, he's such a steady defender. And I'm glad that he's being able to show his leadership on the Olympic stage. Because I guess with the Capitals having so many veteran guys, having so many great leaders, maybe he isn't able to be that leader type guy for the USA. But I mean, not for USA, for the Capitals. But really excited to see what he's got for Team Slovakia to be that captain. The reason I said Team USA is because Josh, speaking of a different sport in the Olympics. Team USA curling, the mixed doubles curling team, Josh. You see, they got their
Dude,
first
they are
ever
on
medal.
fire.
Yeah,
They are on fire.
Yeah, they secured the silver medal in the gold medal match today, losing to Sweden. That was a really good game. I actually watched that entire game, Josh. I'm really loving the curling at this year's Olympics. It's fun to watch. If you guys haven't seen any more, they got a lot more curling coming up, the women's and the men's curling. So yeah, tune into that.
And talk about some heartbreak though. Lindsey Vaughn, that was tough to see her go
Oh,
down. What was it? It was like 14 seconds into the run.
yeah.
That's tough. It's tough to see.
She said it had nothing to do with her with the prior injury, but it's
I
still
don't
it's
know.
still
I
hard to
mean, here's
see.
the thing. She got hurt like a week before the Olympics started.
Yeah,
I was
tore her
like, okay,
ACL. She
yeah.
tore her ACL.
Got hurt is an understatement. But I was like, all right. Here's the thing, right? It could be like your last Olympics. You never know. You got to go for it. But then you fall and you're like, oh, my ACL wasn't the problem. I don't understand it. Not most, any other person in the world would not be able to walk with a torn ACL or get out of bed. Lindsey Vonn is competing in the Olympics with a torn ACL. That's unbelievable. And I think that's exactly what the Olympics are about. You know, it's about like, I'm not here. Well, they're here for themselves, obviously, but it's like, I'm here to represent my country. My country relies on me. I'm hurt, but it's not a next man up situation. It's I'm still here and I'm going to still compete. I feel like a lot of times, like, not to call it a league, but like in the NBA, it's like someone gets like hit in the face and they're like out 3 to 4 games with a facial contusion or whatever they call it. You know what I'm saying? But like, I think it just shows what the Olympics are about. It's like, okay, I got hurt, but I'm not out at all.
Yeah, it's awesome to see, and to think about the Four Nations last year. We're like, what are we gonna expect? Because we've always had this All Star format, and the guys aren't trying as hard because I mean they're not
All-Star games
they're,
sucked.
they're they're not representing anything. They're just like they're playing, I guess, like the fans, like it's not really for anything. And then you get the Four Nations; they're playing for their country. We see it in the small format, the 14 format. We loved it. Um, it's not the Olympics; it's not the big stage where you're competing, like everyone's watching you. But it was really fun to see. And now that we're seeing these guys in the Olympics, seeing it means so much to them. They play just as hard as they play in the NHL, if not even harder. It's gonna be really fun to see, and I know Tom Wilson's gonna be excited. He was getting reps in practice in the first line. Josh, people were expecting maybe Tom
Oh,
Wilson.
like McDavid and Celebrini, yeah.
Yeah, McDavid, Celebrini, Tom Wilson. I love the sound of that. People are a little bit surprised because him expected to be maybe like a third, fourth line, like kind of ringer type of guy. But Tom Wilson, he's a lot more than that. I'm glad Team Canada is seeing his potential, and I'm excited to see what Tom Wilson's got with Connor McDavid and Macklin Celebrini. Hopefully, if that's how it stands.
And that line could be everything for Team Canada because here's the thing. Macklin Celebrini, you got speed, you got flash, you got poise, you got goal scoring ability. McDavid, you have all of that, and you also have a veteran mind. And then you have the enforcer of the line to keep them protected. Make sure that they have open ice to move around, you know? You got Tom Wilson throwing his hits, but that's not all he's gonna do. Tom Wilson's also a finisher. Tom Wilson's a great screen in front. He's gonna score goals for you. He's going to hopefully stay out of the penalty box. Tom Wilson's going to do a lot of good on that line for Team Canada. It's not all about the flashy finishing. It's not as it's dirty hockey. It's like puck loose in front, put a huge physical guy there, and he's going to score a goal.
Yeah, but you know what's scary for Team USA, Josh? When you look at Team Canada's roster,
Tell me.
you got Connor McDavid as your center, okay, on the first line. You know who you got your second line center? Nathan
I don't even
McKinnon.
want to know. Oh my
Nathan
gosh.
McKinnon. You know who you got as your third line center?
Lars Eller.
Sidney Crosby.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah, that's kind of scary for Team USA. You go in, you're like the third line center's like, all right, I'm not facing Connor McDavid, I'm okay. And then you realize you're facing Sidney Crosby, Sid the Kid, and you're like, holy crap.
Dude,
It's gonna
that's
be a tough
terrifying.
run for team. Yeah, it's terrifying.
I mean,
I'm not
if you're
saying Team USA. Like these guys are all NHL players, but like you got this like French third liner who's like, okay, I'm okay. I'm not facing Connor McDavid. I know that, and then he goes and he faces Sidney Crosby. He's like, oh, what am I doing here?
yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, we're Caps fans. We're on third line center. We're shipping out Hendrix Lapierre for 8 minutes a night. It's so different when you get to the Olympics and you're like, oh, shit, that's Sidney Crosby right there. And he's the third line center. It's like, God, I wonder who the first and second one are. Oh, right. It's the two best players in the NHL. I wanted to switch gears a little bit. We were talking about Martin Fehervary. We were talking about players that maybe don't deserve any recognition. If you're a hockey fan, I have a pressing question for you right now. Do you appreciate the value and skill of Logan Thompson? All right, Adam and I were at the Caps game, the last one they played before the Olympic break, and we started talking about Logan Thompson is genuinely one of, if not the best goalies in the NHL. Statistically, he's the third best goalie in the NHL. In my heart, he's the best goalie in the NHL. I don't know if he gets the appreciation that he deserves. Because I know in DC, we hear about Vasilevsky, Bobrovsky, a little bit of Jakub Dobeš, but that's mostly from our friend Jake and not from any reliable NHL source. Does Logan Thompson get national acclaim? Do kids in school in California, in Minnesota, do they talk about him the day after the game and say, dude, we would have won, but I mean, LT, because we do that for those goalies I talked about. If you're a hockey fan, I need to know. I need you to comment right now because go watch. Just go watch. He had this one crazy save against the Panthers. Or not the Panthers, the Predators. Logan Thompson's an amazing NHL goalie. I'm worried that he's not going to get the recognition that he deserves. I'm worried he's going to be a Vezina snub this year. He was already snubbed last year. I mean, Connor Hellebuyck deserved it.
And at that Predators game the Caps Predators game that we were at, where the Capitals dominated that game and won, go Caps! But sitting behind us, Josh, there was a Predators fan who was with another one of his friends who doesn't watch the NHL. I was trying to explain to him, and he's talking about the Predators and the game's going on, and he's just like, dude, who's this Logan Thompson guy? And like, maybe he's not the most diehard NHL fan, but we could tell he clearly watched the Predators and he clearly watched them play this season, and he's like, wow, Logan Thompson must be the reason that this team's like, wow, like he's saving he's playing out of his mind. And to be fair, he played incredible in his first game back from injury against that Predators team. that save he made, that his signature diving save, we call it signature, but that's like save of the year for any other goalie. Like Logan Thompson, he is incredible, and I hope he gets the recognition he deserves because he will
Yeah.
come Olympics time when the Olympics start and Logan Thompson's in net. Everyone will see what Logan Thompson's capable of and what he is, one of the best goalies in the league, and they'll see it.
What's monumental for one goalie is just another day in the office for Logan Thompson. It's unbelievable to see. But Adam, Logan Thompson's not the only goalie on the Caps. Not only does Charlie Lindgren lead Capitals goalies in penalty minutes this year with a whopping 2-minute tripping minor the other day, but we've had a lot of stepping up from goalies. I want to talk about Clay Stevenson for a moment here. Clay Stevenson comes in from the AHL, does pretty solid in the AHL, but Logan Thompson's hurt, Charlie Lindgren's hurt. We have no goalies. Clay Stevenson comes in, and he goes 2-1. He played 3 winning games. I'll say that. He played 3 fabulous games in goal. He goes 2-1. He does everything that the Caps needed him to do. He's played 1 NHL game, and that was last year, and he comes in and he puts up a .903 save percentage in the 3 games that he plays. And I think that speaks to the identity of the Caps right now at this point in the season. It's next man up. It's when Brett Leason came up and played 8 games for the Caps as PLD was hurt. It's that sort of mentality, and I think that it speaks to the skill level of the Caps, but I think it goes to something much deeper than the Caps and the skill on the ice, and that's what's happening in the locker room behind the scenes. It's why in sports movies, the team that has that locker room dynamic is the team that ends up winning. Because sure, it's skill and flash that scores you goals, but it's heart and grit that wins you games.
Yeah. 9 out of 10 times we lose to this team, but not today, Josh. Not today. You know where that's from?
Which team?
No, like 9 out of 10 times we lose this game,
okay.
but not today. Everyone knows
Miracle.
where that's from. Come on. Yeah, Miracle.
Miracle.
The 1980 Miracle game. Coach Brooks. Not today.
All
we don't
right.
lose this game. They know the Soviets are so much better, but they don't lose today. It speaks to what the Capitals are about. Not today. Like, I'm not going to let this happen. And could it be like we could say, oh, the Capitals may be blessed at goalie, and I think we might be. Like, we have a pretty
Caps are the best goalie staff in the league.
Yeah, it goes even into the minors. You could say one of the best, but it goes even into the minors with the incredible performance we saw from him. Is it next man up? Is it that? It's everything, Josh. And right now, I want to see the Capitals clicking as we exit the break. We still have a while to go in the Olympics, and me and Josh are going to saddle up, watch a lot of Olympics. We'll even react to some for you guys. We're going to have some reels coming out. A lot of Olympic coverage for all of you guys. But yeah, it's going to be exciting to see, and I'm excited to see what we see from the Capitals goalie tandem after the All-Star break as well.
Goalie tandem is well. Right. But again,
I don't know the words. I don't know the words to say right now, man. But it's fun to see.
It goes back to that next man up, right? Because Clay Stevenson comes up, does everything he needs to do. He gets sent down to the AHL Hershey team today. Gavin, I forget if it was an R or a V, but Mr. Bjorklund comes up, and now he's going to be the backup goalie in DC coming out of the break, assuming Charlie Lindgren's not back at that point. And so for the Caps right now, it's for real the most next man up thing ever. They have their core back together, but again, you're missing a guy like Connor McMichael right now, long-term injured reserve. But it's really special to have the depth that the Caps do in that kind of farm system. Speaking of depth, that means you got more players. Me and Adam, we usually do this podcast ourselves, the two of us, but we've added some depth. Now, it's not to the official Dingers and Dashers team. It's still us. Yeah, Adam gives me a little drum roll there.
I'm excited for this announcement.
We have a special guest coming up on next week's episode. You might know him as TXHD Hockey. We know him as our friend Michael. But next week, TXHD Hockey and Dingers and Dashers are teaming up to bring you a very special Washington Capitals exclusive episode. We initially met Michael online. He commented on one of our reels, as you guys should too, because who knows, you might end up on the podcast one day. and we instantly connected. Big Cavs fan, runs his own podcast empire there, does great things with the podcast. Great special guests. You got to go check him out. So we figured, why not combine the two of us with him and give you guys possibly the best podcast episode of the year. I know it's early into February, but this might end up being the best podcast of the year. It's actually not early into February. February is a really short month. It's the 10th. We're pretty far into February, sort of far into February. We're a little over a third into February, but that's not important at all. I'm just letting you guys know. Next week, TXHC Hockey on the Dingers and Dashers show, and then also make sure to go check out us on his episode as well. Go drop him a follow. Go drop him a subscription. Check out his website. Unbelievable hockey podcast. Guy knows some puck. But yeah, we said it's going to be one longer episode today. We're going to switch over to baseball. Adam, today, pitchers and catchers are back. The Seahawks won the Super Bowl. It's over. It's done. It's baseball season.
It is baseball season, Josh. That is right. I'm so excited for that dual episode with Michael. That's going to be amazing. Speaking of February, on our script today, I accidentally spelled Ferravari's name as Martin February. Maybe that's something that's going to come in the Olympics. Martin February. Yeah, you got a little Martin February action right there. Maybe he'll cement his name as February Martin in the Olympics. Maybe they'll be doing something special.
Hey,
predicting that right now. But as we enter.
Slovakia for the gold medal? Question mark. Martin Ferrari hat trick?
I don't know. But as we enter in the MLB, a lot of exciting stuff coming up for the Nationals as pitchers and catchers report to spring training. Woo! MLB is back. I am so excited. I know Josh is also thrilled.
And it came just in time. My birthday was a few months ago, but my friends today clutched up a brand new Nationals jersey, a brand new James Wood jersey. That's right, number 29, our friend, Sir James. Yeah, I'm going to just put this on right now. I am so ready for baseball season, dude. It's unreal. I feel like a fish out of water. I've been waiting for my sustenance, my fuel. I love hockey, but nothing beats a day at the ballpark or a good 2.5 hours listening to Dan Colco and Kevin Franzen commentate a 15-3 blowout loss to the Padres.
You know what's even better about baseball being back, Josh?
Tell
you know
me.
What's even better? Baseball's back earlier this year with the World Baseball Classic coming up in March. We have international baseball being played in all over the world. We have it in Asia, in Europe, in US, and I don't know if it's in Europe, but it's all over. We have stuff in Miami, stuff all over, but it's going to be awesome. I'm so excited. The World Baseball Classic's always so much fun. I know people who go, they love it. I really want to go myself. Can't make it this year, but hopefully in the future, me and Josh, maybe bringing Dingers and Dashers to the World Baseball Classic. That would be awesome. But yeah, it's going to be really fun. Yeah, that'd be so cool.
We'll bring it to the World Baseball Classic one day. Obviously, can't get there this year, but Team USA might get to the finish line this year, and let me tell you why. I think that they might have the best starting pitching rotation in the game. Team USA. Tarik Skubal. What is that? Like a back-to-back Cy Young winner? Yeah. All right. Well, that's the race, but they ain't got nobody else. No, they got Paul Skeens. So it's pretty good. And if that's a 1-2 punch.
Interesting you said Tarik Skubal, that's your ace. When you said Paul Skeens next.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like they're so good. It's like, who's the ace? Like, sure, the Nats last season, it's like, okay, Mackenzie Gore's your ace, and the rest of the guys, I don't know what they are, but actually, I'm giving a little too much hate. It was because like Cade Cavalli, that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? Brad Lord, that's my guy. But you know what I'm saying? It's like you don't even know who the ace is because you have so much star power.
Brad Lord, very nice guy. I met the guy. Nice guy.
Oh, really? Wait. Oh,
yeah.
Nats camp?
Yeah, I summer camp, Nationals camp, youth baseball camp. Go check it out. All you guys, it's an awesome summer baseball camp. Sorry for the plug right there.
Not a paid sponsor. Legally, we have to say that it is not a paid sponsor.
But maybe one day, guys.
Maybe one day. Maybe one day we'll be sponsoring them. Send your kid to a Nats camp on the left field wall, just Dingers and Dashers, huge.
That'd be awesome. But again, not a paid sponsorship.
Not a paid sponsor. Not a paid sponsorship. All right. It's been a couple weeks. You guys have missed it. Adam, what's back this week?
You all love it. It's your favorite game show. It is Career Path, where I tell you the player's career and Josh is going to guess the player. All right, let's head right into it. This player is a catcher, started his career in Oakland from 2007 to 2012, was traded to the Nationals in 2012, then looks like was traded back to the Oakland 2013. Okay.
Mm.
You're with me there. Then was with Minnesota from 2014 to 2016, and then Atlanta from 2017 to 2018, and then signed back with the Nationals in 2019 and was with the team through 2020, and then was ended his career with the Angels in 2021 through 2022, and then he retired after 2022.
Okay, so is it Yan Gomes or Kurt Suzuki is basically the question here. The 2019 Nats catcher. Oh, gosh. If they went to the Angels, see, here's the thing. Those are two guys I know nothing about their careers, but one of them popped in the 2013 season. So I was 5 years old. Doesn't
Gosh,
do much for me either.
this is a 16-year career. Really think about
I
this.
know.
16-year career.
16-year career, I got to go Kurt Suzuki.
You are correct. It is Kurt Suzuki.
Come on.
Wow, Kurt has played in a lot of teams. He has played for a long time. What a career for the man.
Isn't he coaching for the Angels now?
Yeah, now he's coaching back for the Angels. What a career for Kurt Suzuki. What a full circle moment. I mean, that guy's been around baseball for so many years.
Yeah. I mean, I know we talked about it a couple times already in this podcast. It's only a few months old, but you remember that game in September against the Mets, 2019? Nats down like 9 runs in the ninth, and Kurt Suzuki hits the walk-off homer.
Yeah, that's yeah. When I think about the
You,
Nats,
you remember the game? You remember the game?
Of course I do. What are you talking about? Of course I remember that game. That was an
Yeah,
electrifying game. Everyone was watching that game. It was first of all, that was a regular season game. Not everyone watches all the regular season games, but the Nationals that year, you had to watch it. You couldn't miss what they were doing. In that second half of the season, the Nationals, they became this dancing fun team. Gerardo Parra with his baby shark. Every time they'd hit a home run, they'd come back in the dugout. Adam Eaton and Anthony Rendon would do their hoo-has. Like, it was so much fun, man. Soto and Eden would do their hoo-has. They would all do their hoo-has. It was a fun time. And Suzuki, that Mets comeback, yeah, that was a great time.
Absolutely. On a little bit of a different note, though, we were talking a little bit. Everyone was watching the game. Everyone would have heard about it. Maybe they would hear about it in the Washington Post the next day, but no longer, as the Washington Post recently actually cut their entire sports section from the paper. Spencer Nussbaum, obviously my favorite Nats beat reporter, laid off as part of that too. And I think that brings us to a bigger conversation right now about sports media, in that I don't understand how the Washington Post is your hometown paper, and it's not going to cover your hometown teams. It's not going to cover the team that was 1 win away from the Super Bowl last year. Not going to cover the team that just traded for Trae Young and Anthony Davis. Not going to cover the team that has the greatest goal scorer of all time, Alex Ovechkin. And it's not going to cover the team that plays baseball in DC. Kidding, it's the Nats.
You could think of anything else to say for the Nats?
I mean, the team that won the World Series in 2019, the team that has had amazing players, the team that's on the up and up and is about to start a historic franchise rebuild, honestly.
That's better.
And it's terrible to think that you're going to open a newspaper outside of one of the stadiums or the arenas that's not going to talk about your teams. And these are papers that have given us some of the best front pages in DC sports history, the best articles, man. And I think it's going to obviously open up more opportunity for some of the independent outlets. I know I get the Nats report to my inbox every day during baseball season. They're great. For hockey, Russian Machine Never Breaks, RMNB. They're a great outlet. But, it still sucks to see the Washington Post cut that sports section. And
Actually, it's quite shocking, though. It's really surprising.
It was. So obviously there will not be a shortage of journalism, as there's a lot of outlets that cover these teams. We wrote one article about the Caps one time. You can go check that out on our website. But on a serious note,
if you guys want more articles, you guys want more of that, let us know.
Yeah, just tell us. We'll do them.
Yeah, we'll do them. But we want to make sure people are reading them and we're not just posting nonsense.
Yes, absolutely. So definitely let us know if you would like more articles, if that's something that you would find interesting, because we're happy to do them. Remember, we're a channel for the people. You know, we're the two faces that go on the podcast, but it's a community dictated by everyone who's a part of it. So that's a little bit of a somber note to end the podcast on, honestly. So let's raise some spirits. Let's hit them with a quick shake of the snow globe featuring Snovy. That's right, it's your Ovi Snow Globe. I've been Josh. This one's Snovy. That was Adam. And this was Dingers and Dashers.